Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, this is Munir from Brieffoot Studio. Today I'm excited to share another update with you with regards to some of the purchases that I made and acquisitions I did for my workshop. I mentioned earlier that Brieffoot is moving completely away from power tools, and we'll be using more and more of hand tools. I think the word completely is not accurate. We will still have a miter saw and a very small bandsaw. But other than that, we are going to completely stay power tools free. And in order for me to do that, to stay power tools free, I need to have hand planes which can actually help me, mill my wood and my material. Some of the ones that I already have are the jack planes, number 5, number 4 smoothing planes, number 3, 4 plane, number 6, and a number 7 jointer, and a few rebate and a plow plane. And that actually takes care of a lot of things. I also have this router plane. And this one is for record 73, I think. Yeah. So I have a good decent collection of hand planes that I have for me to actually do some of the job. But what I was missing in my workshop is what I call this scrub plane. Now, a scrub plane is a very important hand plane, especially if you are going to be working with hand tools where you do not have the luxury of having a jointer. When we get the wood from the mill, a lot of the times it has gone through obviously the milling process, in which the band saws are involved, and there are what we call saw marks, blade marks, and those blade marks are like the stepwise lines that you see on a rough sawn lumber. And then after the drying process, when you keep them in this outside for drying, the wood ends up also getting a lot of character, a lot of twists and turns, and all sorts of things that the wood does during the drying process. And because of that, the hills and valleys in a rough piece of lumber which you get into your workshop, especially in a hand tool workshop where you're working by hand tools, you cannot actually have it planed through the traditional bench planes. And what you require over there is what we call a scrub plane. The difference between this and the others is that they take little by little slices off the top and bring the entire piece of material to one plane level. This takes massive shavings off, and it makes everything easy. So it obviously is not at all a smoothing plane or a jack plane. It cannot do that, but what it can do is actually take out a lot of material to bring it to a decently planed place where you can then start reaching for your other tools, other hand planes, like a jointer or a 4-plane or a jack plane. So therefore it is very important. Now, we were missing this in the workshop, and for me to actually go completely hand tool and not have the what you call power tools with me, it was really important that I actually have this. So I ordered this. My friend was traveling from Ontario, from Canada, and I told him to actually bring this for me. So he brought me a couple of things. He brought me a dovetail handsaw, fine teeth, I think it's got a 20 TPI, it is a 20 TPI, and he brought me a few extra blades for my jack plane as well. I wanted to replace them because the Stanley ones I wasn't very satisfied with. So today I'm going to do a little bit of unboxing of this scrub plane, the Veritas Scrub Plane. So stay with me and enjoy the video. Hello, hi, good day everyone. So we are going to start with the scrub plane unboxing. This is a Veritas Scrub Plane, and I'm really excited to have it. It's going to make my life much easier going forward when I need to plane some rough sawn lumber. So let's do this. The box itself, it's a normal cardboard box, as you can see. It has a nice sticker. What it says here is just very simple: Veritas Innovation in Tools Scrub Plane. And then there is French, obviously. In Canada there's a lot of that going on. Quebec is, I think, a French country. Scrub plane, ideal for major stock removal and flattening rough stock by hand. As I mentioned, it is really important for rough stock. Blade edge is ground with a 3-inch radius, producing a distinctive handwork texture to the workpiece, double cast iron body. Okay, so that's what it says. Other than that, there is not much to it. There's a barcode and a few warnings, I suppose. So let's do the opening. Oh, no, this does not require any. Oh. So the first thing we have is a reading manual. Veritas Scrub Plane. It basically mentions in how to install the blade, blade adjustment, care and maintenance, and then the same in French. And then the packaging is not that great or bad for that matter. I wonder if you guys can see it properly. Let's get a little bit closer. So here's the box, and what we find here is some packing material that they have put in for protection purposes. So it's just paper. There's nothing, no foam or anything like that. And then we have the plane itself. That's the box. Nothing to it. Pretty basic. But I suppose it is all about the plane. So that is what matters. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is just a packing material. So here is the plane. It says Veritas Canada. It's got a nice feel to it. It's a thin sole. It's actually longer than the number 4, I think. I thought it would be the same size, or maybe it is. No, it's actually bigger than that. Number 4 is smaller. It's 28 centimeter. Yes, it's 11 inches long, and there is, the width is 51, and it's different here. It's 54 centimeter. But it's because they have this thing. It is a bit of a, I don't know, I mean this, I don't know why they have this. I'm sure there's a reason for it, but not that I'm aware of. It is beautifully done, I must say. The craftsmanship is good. The wood seems to be, could be rosewood. It seems rosewood to me, yeah. Or maybe walnut. No, it's rose. And here we have the cap lever. Here's the cap lever. So it's supposedly, it's going to press down on the blade. And here is the blade, it comes separately. It's a 35 degree, 1.48 inches, almost 1.5 inch, 1.48, yeah, 1.5 inch wide PM V11 scrub plane. So this was the best quality blade that they were having. I think they had 3 qualities, A2, I don't know, the second one and then this one. I went for the one which was the most expensive. So this cost me $200 Canadian. $200 Canadian, maybe 170 USD, 160, 170. I don't know what the conversion over there is, but where I am, 200 Canadian is a lot of money. I mean, if I did conversion, it would run in thousands and thousands. So here's the blade. Caution, sharp. All right. I will be a bit cautious. I don't have to be this cautious, but here's the blade. Yeah, and as I said, it is quite thick. 1.48 inches wide, but it is fairly thick. It must be like 3/8, I suppose. Maybe 3/8. I don't know where my caliper is. No, it's less than that. It's 5 mm, 5 millimeters, and that is, I think, this is 4, this is 2. Yeah, it's 3/8 of an inch thick. It's a thick blade. I think this is the thickest blade that we have in our workshop. And as I said, it is actually, it's a curved blade. And the reason is that it is curved because that's how you take big chunks. It's barely protruding. Yeah. So look at the sole. I don't know if you can see it here. Well, that's the blade. Let me show it from the other side. There's the blade. Yeah. Can you see it protruding? No. It's not focusing. But here it is. Yeah. And that is what is meant to take big shavings. Ooh. I've actually put it the wrong way, I think. It's meant to go like this. It's too much. So let me get a piece of wood which is rough sawn, and then we'll come back. This is not that rough. Yeah. But I think for the time being it will do the job. I just hope we don't have any nails in here, because I don't have any way to check it. No, this is not the way. Sure. That thing cuts massive shavings. Look at that. This is amazing. Yep. So that's what a scrub plane can do. It can really take off a lot of volume, a lot of material. And in a jiffy, it can do it quick, really quick. So if you take it here, any rough number, imagine and this, let's do it on even a worse piece of material.